it's Melanie. Happy Saturday. I am so excited to share today's candle reviews with you. I normally like to do my candle reviews from behind the camera where, you know, I just show the beautiful candle lit and all, you know, just the ambiance and whatnot. I'm doing it differently today because I am going to be talking about 3 different candles, and this was the today's special value from Homeworx from last Sunday. This particular set is still available. It is no longer at the today's special value pricing, and it is no longer free shipping and handling, but I will link it down below for you anyway in the description box. You can maybe go read up a little bit more about it. Maybe it's still worth it for you to pick it up, even though it is no longer at the today's special value pricing. I don't know what the new price is. I want to say it's like $52 or something like that, and then $7.50 shipping and handling, which sounds crazy, but you do get 3 candles in this particular set, and none of the candles that I'm talking about in this fall collection will be available individually. So the only way you're going to be able to get any of these candles is if you purchase that particular harvest collection on QVC. I'm honestly blown away with how well these candles have done for me, and I will say out of the 2 sets, I definitely personally gravitate a little bit more towards the harvest set, and I went ahead and ordered 3 of these sets for myself to come in the fall. Advanced orders will ship on September 15th. The point of pre-ordering them is that they will ship as soon as it's safe to do so, when the weather cools down a little bit. I did get mine on a really super hot day and they weren't melted. They were definitely sweating on the top, but I can wait until September 15th to get the rest of my candles. I would rather have them be delivered in like pristine condition versus like having some kind of like, you know, issue with sweating on the top or potentially just melting altogether. I'm sorry about the changes in the light. The sun just decided to come out, so we're gonna go with it anyway. These new candles for fall will all have 4 wicks, so that is what I'm gonna show you guys here. I have burned all 3 of the candles in the set for 3 times. That came out really awkward. I've burned them 3 times, 2 to 3 hours each time, and I am so impressed with how fast these pull out. So that's the first thing I will say, is that my first time lighting these, they pulled out within, it was under 45 minutes. I want to say by like 35, 40 minutes, there was a complete wax pull on the top, and all 3 of the candles were throwing like crazy. These have an amazing throw. The throw on all 3 of these, I will put at a solid like 8. They are very room filling. They travel from the room that they're in into other areas of the house very easily. The strength, all 3 of these are pretty strong as well. I would say I would put it right at around between a 7 and an 8 as well. They are definitely noticeable. These are not candles where you walk into the room and you get like a light whiff of something. These are like, bam, you walk into the room and you're gonna get some fragrance. You will know that there is either a candle or something going. It's not subtle. So that being said, the wicks, by the way, I've had a lot of people asking me. I did not trim them on purpose so that hopefully you can see what they look like. The wicks are the type that bend over, but it doesn't affect the burn. Now, before I light these again, I will be trimming just that very top, like bent over portion. Subsequent burns, by the way, these pull out in like 20 minutes. So now they are on par with the pooling factor of like a Bath & Body Works candle. So I can light these even if I know that I only have like an hour or so to burn. I can comfortably light these and then blow them out, knowing that I'm not going to have any tunneling issues, because within 20 minutes they'll be good to go. And if I have to leave in 20 minutes, I can blow it out and the candle will be fine. Oh gosh, I have to start talking. I don't want this video to be crazy long, so I just want to give you guys my thoughts on the overall fragrances that came out and sort of mention some comparisons. I know that Harry doesn't really like when people compare to Bath and Body Works candles, but I know that that's a good reference point for all of you. So I will try to do comparisons and tell you what the distinct differences are, just so you know whether this particular set is going to be a good fit for you. I'm starting with Autumn Pinecone because this is the one that I thought I would like the least. And I have to admit, I wouldn't say I like it the most because Harvest Leaves is my holy grail. It was last year. But this is really good, you guys. I thought this would be the one that I would end up gifting away out of my subsequent sets. No. In fact, I hope he brings it back again next year. It's so good, you guys. So I've seen comparisons made to Bath & Body Works Autumn, and I see that comparison myself as well. But what I will say is that this is a darker, richer, more sophisticated version of Autumn. It's definitely a heavier fragrance. It is borderline, I don't want to say cologne because I know that that turns a lot of people off, but there is a manliness to this fragrance that even I, who don't like fragrances like this, can totally get behind because it's done right. It is not offensive. It is not like choke you out like cologne-y. It's beautiful. So the notes are fallen pine cones, red oak, fresh eucalyptus, and juniper berry. I was really afraid that the eucalyptus would be really strong in this. It's not. It is, for me, when it's burning, a little bit of like a background type note. It's beautiful. It's done really well. I do pick up a little bit of that juniper in there as well. Fallen pine cones. I feel like what that note is to me is just kind of almost like a woody dirt type note. That sounds bad, but not in a bad way, just in like a very like earthy, woodsy kind of way. Red oak, there's a woodiness to this, but I also feel like I smell apple. It's not really in the notes down here, but I feel like I get like a fresh, crisp apple note as like a base note in here, which is why I think there's that sort of reminder of Autumn from Bath & Body Works. This is beautiful. I love it. By the way, these lids are gorgeous too. They are a beautiful antique gold. I love them. I love that candle. It is very fall though. It's been super hard for me to burn these candles, you guys, because it's been like 90 to 100 degrees where I live in Oregon, and it is hot, and smelling these fragrances just makes me wish that summer was over that much more. I'm already a fall girl to start with, but these just absolutely make me fall in love with fall all over again. Harvest Leaves, I feel like I don't need to say much about this one. It is exactly the same as last year's Harvest Leaves. Hopefully you can see the wicks there. They bend over, they do not travel. They're great. They're great wicks, and that fourth wick has really helped. So the notes in this are spiced pumpkin, mandarin, cranberry, fir balsam, applewood. My comparison for this one to Bath & Body Works is the cranberry pumpkin candle. They are similar, but again, this is like a more sophisticated, beautiful, it's like a grown-up version to the cranberry pumpkin. And you guys know, if you've watched me for a while, you know that I love that candle. I have many, many backups. I've smelled them side by side. There are similarities between the two, but this is just so much more sophisticated. I wish that I could just buy this in bulk. Like if I could just have one Homeworx candle for the rest of my life, it would be Harvest Leaves. Hands down. I just don't think that there is a better fall fragrance. You get that spiced pumpkin in there. You get that mandarin note. The cranberry is definitely the most predominant note in this for me personally. There is a like tree, like holiday tree type note in here. I definitely pick that up, but it is not something that is predominant at all. It just sort of brings like a freshness to the candle when it's burning. This is sweet, but it's not overly sweet. Now, people have said that this is not a gourmand or bakery candle, but I don't know what it is. For me personally, I still smell like a scony note in here. I don't know why that is, but there's just this like bakery note that is beautiful and I love it. I can't talk enough about this. It's beautiful. And then pumpkin caramel corn. In my Instagram, like sort of quick review of this one, I said that it smells exactly like the caramel corn that Craig and I get when we take Stella to the pumpkin patch that we like to go to. I feel like that is dead on. You can smell popcorn. It is salty, it's sweet. It's not overly sweet. You can smell the caramel, but the caramel is not cloying. I tend to not go for caramel candles, especially from Bath & Body Works, because I just it's too much. Like, I love sweet scents, but that is too much for me. This is caramel done right because it's not obnoxious. It's not cloying. This is a beautiful scent, you guys. Once again, this is one where I thought, oh yeah, maybe in the subsequent sets, I'll give one of these away and I'll, keep the other two or whatever. No, I don't want to give any of these away. It's terrible. People are gonna get different candles from me for the holidays this year because I can't part with these. Buttery crackle caramel, pumpkin spice, fresh popped corn. Popcorn for sure. There is a butteriness to this candle. There's a smooth caramel note. It just all blends together really beautifully. I don't have anything bad to say about either of these three candles. I know that because I got these as PR that there might be some of you who think that I'm not being honest about my reviews, but if you've watched my beauty videos, I am always honest about anything that I get as PR. I let companies know before I even accept anything from them that I will be honest about my reviews no matter what. That's just how it works. I have had people then not send me stuff, which is fine because I can buy the things that I want. And I've placed my own orders, spending my own money. I will be getting more of these myself. So hopefully that sort of tells you guys how much I am enjoying these candles. At this point, I am probably going to put them away until end of August when I'm truly ready to transition to fall scents. I want to savor these and enjoy them as much as possible in the actual season that they're intended for. I know that Harry says like, oh yeah, definitely do this now. And this really is like a perfect transition scent. It sort of reminds me a little bit, if you're gonna like think Bath & Body Works, maybe Boardwalk. There's some similarities, but again, this is a more sophisticated, less cloying, less headache-inducing version of Boardwalk. It's strong, but it's not overly like offensive at all. They're just beautiful, you guys. I know a lot of you ordered these candles during the Today Special Value, and I know you're gonna love them. I would honestly be surprised if people didn't like these candles. I feel like the new formula with the wicks, the added wick, there's nothing to complain about for me personally. Last fall I bought all the candles myself. And my complaint was that I wished that they were a little bit stronger and that they pulled out faster. And I feel like this year, that's not something for me to complain about. I don't find that they are burning any faster than they did before with the 3 wicks. I think they're great. I will be buying from Bath & Body Works this fall, but I'm spending the bulk of my money at Homeworx, to be honest. More candles are coming, by the way. Some of you have said like, oh, that's it. No, that's watch the subsequent showings on QVC. There are so many more candles, so many more accessories coming. Just keep checking back. New releases will be on the way. I know that I'm very excited to see the other collections that are on their way out. There is a vanilla collection coming, which I am dying to get my hands on. Like, I'm dying for September to be here so I can get the vanilla candles, because I'm just gonna mix that with all of these and they're gonna be beautiful. So anyway, next Saturday I will have the review of the holiday set. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna be burning that this next week, which will be really hard because once again, we're gonna be in like the mid to high 90s, and I'm gonna be in here with like balsam and mistletoe kisses and, you know, just, I guess, Christmas and Julying it up. So let me know if you guys have questions. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.